Hello and welcome to India Today So South. I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya. Yellarigu namaskara.
Namaskara. Today we are here to react to the recently released teaser of Landlord. Starring Vijay, aka
Vijay Kumar. And the movie also stars the recent sensation Rachita. Recent sensation again.
Yeah.
Rachita
Rachita has always been a sensation in Kannada, but with the recent Coolie and her really
amazing performance.
The role was, I feel like, in a way, that was the best role for a female character in that film. That was the best
in Lokesh films also.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, after Argentina, I think, yeah. Now moving on, music by Ajaneesh Loknath, and the movie is directed by Jadeshaa K, Hampi.
Yes.
I think it is his second film, and he is also a writer of Katira.
He wrote Katira, and that was a really good film. And
I really enjoyed that film.
While that, for a Darshan film, it was, raved about in terms of the story being presented and everything.
And I think that's the last Darshan film.
It wasn't just a fanfare film. Yeah, that was the last Darshan film as well.
I really enjoy Duniya Vijay cinema because I'm not from Karnataka, and the more I explored Duniya Vijay, his filmmaking, his journey, really inspiring, really great work. And I like his filmmaking finesse also. And as an actor, director Duniya Vijay, I really like more in a way. Again, personal opinion. But as an actor also, really good scripts, really good script choices. His last film, Bhima, also, I really thoroughly enjoyed, even though second half climax had a lot of problems. But overall, as a film, it is a really good film. Now he's coming back with Landlord. So I'm really excited.
With Duniya Vijay, when he came, he blew up into the scene with Dunya, right?
Dunya.
Before that, he did all these side roles, all of that was there. With Dunya, he just blew up, and there was a stretch of films that was, him collaborating with Suri, him collaborating with other directors like that to bring out these really raw films. Career also went into a phase where it was films. There's a fan base, it keeps working, all of that is there. And after quite some time, he got into direction.
Correct.
And that, I feel like, was one, a game changer for him.
Yeah.
Two, a game changer for us as an audience.
True.
And three, a game changer for Kannada cinema because it got a really good director as well, who had this eye for very, very good storytelling.
And very niche style and presentation. That's very rare.
So the last two Duniya Vijay films, back-to-back directions and all of that with this. So now, after directing films, he's coming back to acting. And under another director. There's a bunch of other films also that's happening.
Yeah.
Now I'm more interested in what sort of evolution we can see in him.
Yeah, looks like a very rustic village drama.
Yeah. So let's see what is there. Let's just check out the teaser first.
Okay.
Hey, Rakesh Adiga.
Okay. Jawan of Kannada cinema.
It is quite an
Similar.
obvious.
Nice.
Nice punch. It is see with Vijay Kumar, the thing right from the start is he is a stuntman.
Correct.
And that comes in hand. It's so handy for him because he is this action star, right? And every time he does some action, it's not just that he's a stuntman, but because of his build, his physique,
Yeah.
it all seems quite
Believable.
It is, him carrying that guy with the
Yeah.
axe. It doesn't seem like it's a gimmick shot.
Yeah, correct.
It seems like he can do something like that.
Yeah.
And when choreography is surrounding all of that, it makes the whole experience even more engaging.
Yeah. The visuals look really interesting, starting from the ideas, the shot division. Though the obvious Jawan shot, which kind of gave away, but still, what they've achieved, it looks really interesting and grand. To be really honest, in recent times, a lot of Kannada films that I watched, right, I think the visual quality is not matching up to the latest upgrade version of how the visual aesthetics of films are playing. Like Eka really tried something different with cinematography, like in that sense. So I think the visual quality is very striking with this trailer, with this teaser, which is really interesting. And like you said, action is something that I really found interesting.
It's not just that, even with the story and the cast that they've announced, right? It seems quite interesting. For me, the biggest bummer is that I was hoping that this film would release this year.
Okay.
Yes, there has been one Kantara and a Sufram So from Kannada industry, but apart from the two, there hasn't been really big films, right?
Correct.
And now we thought that the second half will be more packed with all the bigger films of all the bigger stars.
Correct. And I think Bhima also released in the second half.
Yeah,
last
Bhima
year.
last year.
Yeah.
Probably around September. Or
Yeah.
Something around September, August, September. I thought that this film would be here
Yeah.
by now this year. Now it seems to be releasing in January 2026. Good festive release, all of that for the film is good, but I really wanted this film this year, man.
Whatever vigilante fight, right? I get excited for those kind of moments in general. When heroes hide their face or they're not supposed to reveal. Those kind of fights, the situations in which they end up doing those kind of portions, right? I think that's another thing that I'm really excited. How would that fight?
Manikya Mirchi.
Yeah, exactly. Family safe.
Yes.
That kind of fights. Those are really, if you think about it, right? Every time a fight like that comes where villain is not supposed to know or somebody is
Yeah.
not supposed to know, those kind of fights are really interesting, and using that in the teaser is a very nice, catchy move. I really liked it.
Also, Ajneesh's music seems to be really doing the work in the teaser. And
Yeah.
I am quite, excited for what he'll be doing in the film as well, because when it comes to a rural setting,
Yeah.
Ajneesh's music is always a banger and it just hits the right note every time. So
Yes.
one thing is that. The second thing, to kind of draw parallels with the director's previous work as a writer,
Katera.
you can see some level
Influence.
of influence here and there. Probably that is the kind of stories that the director is
Yeah.
comfortable with, that the director has, and it's okay because
Yeah.
all the RRRs, they've made a name for themselves throughout the country for writing stories that are more about the places they've come from and the experience they've had in life.
Agreed.
And it isn't bad. It's your
Yeah.
experience and you're translating it into cinema. And I feel like as long as the story is not the same,
Yeah.
it's a different story. I wouldn't really have a problem with a grievance with it being in a similar setting.
Fair enough. Also, another point adding on to that is what really irks me in terms to comparison and influence, right? After Kantara, part 1, the first installment, lot of films, I think even till today, are being made in similar template. Again, the intention shouldn't be like, let's cash grab that or let's,
Yeah.
let's monetize that, use it to its fullest. Those kind of attempts, I genuinely don't encourage. I feel they are just a cash grab, not adding anything to the cinematic perspective. But I'll give you another example, like the Katera thing that you told. This trailer is, for example, if Rangasthalam is Sukumar's direction and Srikanth Odela, director of Dasara, was an assistant director in that film. So Dasara also, if you look at it broadly, there are a lot of things. The influence of Rangasthalam and working on that film is there. You have developed your own taste, but again, Dasara is still a Srikanth Odela film. So when I watched the teaser, right, it felt like it is a Jadeshaa film, not somebody. The obvious influence is there, but if it is not too obvious or it doesn't feel like a crash grab, I'm really excited. Those kind of influences are good.
Yeah, it should be an influence. It should be a learning from where you worked. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be, Xerox. Excited for the film. Like I said earlier, just a little bummed that it is releasing next year and we'll have to wait for a couple of more months. Apart from that, everything else seemed good. Really excited to see what the trailer is going to present. I feel like a couple of more reveals, a couple of more character reveals, including
Story
Rachita
reveal.
Rams. All of that is going to be there in the trailer, and hoping to see more of what we are going in for.
Yes, what do you think about Landlord? Mention that in the comments below. And Sanjay made an important and started an interesting conversation about how many films released this year in Kannada and how many of them worked, how many of them didn't work. There are more films releasing. There's 45 releasing. And if you want us to react to the song that released yesterday, mention that also in the comments below.
Yes.
The Sudeep film releasing again. Not a lot of films and not a lot of good response to a lot of films also.
Darshan's film is also probably
The Devil,
releasing,
correct.
yes.
So, what do you think about the current situation of Kannada industry and why are films not working? Are audience not excited? What is your perspective? Mention that also in the comment section below.
Yes. With that, I am Sanjay Punappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
You're watching India Today So South.